Welcome to Roleplay Cafe, and today we're going to play Cyberpunk Red with GM Justin. James, myself, and Todd are his victims. Peace. Take it away, Justin.
All right, so this game is actually based on Cyberpunk 2020, a game way back from the 80s. So what they've done is they've updated it a little bit. They've cleaned up the rules, so there's less modifiers, so there's less having to look at a lot of charts anyways. But essentially it's kind of like Blade Runner or even the movie Alien, the way that things kind of work. Essentially what's happened is the world governments have gotten so corrupt that largely civilization, as we've kind of known it, has kind of collapsed on itself, especially in the United States, where this particular module is going to take place. So what's happened is because the corporations have gathered and garnered so much power, so much money, they've kind of stepped up and made their kind of own little independent states all across North America, South America, pretty much all over the world. But what has recently happened in the year I believe it was 2040, there was a corporate war. Now, most corporate wars that have actually gone through are normally, it's just a couple corporations that would, they kind of just go up against their contracts. They might sabotage some resources, a lot of corporate espionage. But during this third corporate war, there were two military companies that kind of actually started duking it out. It got so severe, they started sinking each other's ships, attacking satellites, even sending tanks out into the street. It's known as Miltech, and I believe it was Osaka, Japanese security firm, and Miltech, the arms manufacturer that was for what was known as the United States, but has kind of become an entity in and of itself. You guys, for the past 10 years, have been living in a city, basically like a mega city area, known as Night City. Night City actually sits kind of on its own. It's actually not technically a part of the United States. It's its own city-state. And what happened is with these two particular powers, because they had such free reign in this particular city-state, their headquarters were both located here. And over the past let's say that it was 2 years ago, a tactical nuke had gone off in the center of the city, kind of laying waste to the corporate sector that was kind of the core hub of this particular area. No one knows what the technicalities are on it, but there was a huge uprising from the people that lived here, to the point where the almost ineffectual government at that point actually had to step in. And what's happened is because this big corporate war had actually escalated so high and came to such an extreme, the corporations have actually been de-escalated a little bit, and they're almost a match for the government. But unfortunately, at this point, this city is still recovering basically from the wounds that have been kind of laid on it. There are certain sectors that still have power. People are kind of scavenging. There's a lot of work in the industry to go within this cleanup scenario with kind of just getting rid of all the rubble and the waste. But the core sector where the corporations were is basically just a dried husk. You can't go in there. The radiation's too thick, although people still go in there to try and scavenge, to look for any kind of lost tech or to find any kind of data vaults that might be located there that might have some restricted information. But where you guys are, so Night City itself is actually broken up into particular zones. The only one that you guys are going to care about right now is what they used to call what they call the old combat zone. So this is very largely a lawless area. Police have no authority here. Every time they come in, they are always easily overwhelmed by the booster gangs or people who just are like freedom fighters, or even the drug cartels that are located within here are all kind of centered here. But there's no law. Unless, of course, you're going to be hiring your own personal solo company to come in and kind of get things going for yourself. Largely, criminal organizations are the ones that have the best security, but they always overcharge for any kind of living space where you might actually have an enforcer that might be around to kind of keep you well protected. But it's notoriously known that bad things happen at night. You go out, there's a chance that you're going to get jumped by a gang, a couple teenagers that went to the local vending machine to get a bunch of single polymer handguns that night just to do a couple jobs just to get drug money or food money. Some of these gangs are just out there for survival. Some of them are out for extra. Some of them are just out there to kill because that's what they get off on. So you guys have been here for 10 years. trying to eke out a living. You were here before the Corp War escalated to such a big time, so you knew what the world was like before, where you can just go to a grocery store, you can get, a 6-pack, a couple of microwavable burritos, and like 20 rounds of ammunition for your Glock or whatever you can have. So at this point, since the interruption with the nuke that had gone off, distribution is a huge problem. You can still easily go to a shop to buy food. You can buy booze, but there are tons of stocks of different items that you can acquire, but everyone's kind of hoarded and hidden all this stuff. Like the trade routes that were available, they can't meet up with the demand of a lot of this stuff that needs to happen because of the huge interruption that happened globally. So the only real way that you guys can kind of get things is if you go to these special night markets or if you know somebody who's selling used gear. But because you guys have been in the combat zone, it's kind of dog-eat-dog world here. You guys have your own little individual jobs that you've actually been doing like over the past couple of years, but it hasn't really been paying much. So you guys have decided to kind of gaslight doing some small crime stuff, within the combat zone. And it's going okay, but the thing is the lack of protection makes it a very, very uneasy job. However, just recently, you guys tried to get your names out there and you got a communication from your agent, which is essentially your smartphone that has a central AI in it that kind of keeps track of all your information and can determine what you want. You guys put your name out there, and there's a fixer known by the name of Dapper. He usually deals with a lot of people who are kind of going into the syndicate, which I don't have a name for yet, but he's heard that you guys are looking for work, and he has a job, and he just needs to check you out. So he's asked you to kind of come over to his club called The Recharge, and wants you to kind of come in, tell you what the job is, see if you're interested, and wants to know if you guys can do it. So you guys have made your way into kind of like the more relaxed zone of the combat sector where there's kind of like a lot of bars and everything, usually where people kind of go to relax. You see there's a couple of freelance solos kind of standing around with their assault rifles and everything when you're kind of pushing around, getting through to the wet city streets to try and get here. And then you see this bar that has its big sign called The Recharge, and it looks like you go down these steps into this club. Let's see. Just give me a second here.
Can you guys remind me what your characters' roles are?
A tech.
Tech?
Yeah.
I am a fixer.
Fixer? Okay, so, and my character's a Netrunner, okay.
Okay, and you guys can change your name to your character's name. It might be for easy remembrance and reference by going to the little the gear up there, settings, and just type it in your name.
I had changed it. Changed back on me. Look at that.
Here we go.
Okay, so where you guys can actually change your names, if you go back to the chat window, you'll see there's an as with a drop-down box. And what you can do is you can kind of select whatever your character's name is. So there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so making your way actually here to the Recharge.
Okay, I at the door of the Recharge. The streets are wet with rain slick, and I duck into the entrance there and wait for the other two, Polly and Decker, to come up right beside me. I'm gonna let them go in first. I'm wearing, even at night, I'm wearing. This is nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's nighttime, but you're too fucking cool to take these glasses off.
Yeah, I'm too cool. But yeah. So I adjust my mirror shades or whatever like that. I'm looking around, kind of glinting from the side, waiting for you guys to come in and go past me.
All right. So I will. I'll join you there in the alcove, coming in from the rainy street, shaking the water off my shabby hobo chic kind of trash lady coat I got on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
dressed similarly.
So I walk past you guys, and I just shake my head, and I sort of do this with my suit, my nicely dressed suit, and
We walk waddling behind you. You can
and,
hear.
and I just proceed. I just proceed to walk past you guys, and give you a sort of a dirty look. And are there like bouncers or something preventing us from going in, or is it just?
So what happens when you guys come downstairs? The place you're coming down. You see these guys wearing like these leather jackets, and you see they got like these symbols of like red skulls and everything that glow and kind of give off like this LED. So you see they're kind of switching from like a skull with it looks like round eyes, and then goes to an X. Then round eyes goes to an X. You see that they're kind of standing there. You see that they have these assault rifles with basically these extended barrels. They got all these crazy scopes on them. They kind of see you guys come up, and you see that they kind of look at you, they nod to you, and they kind of motion for you to go in. They know who you are.
Good.
That's right. With our minimal reputation.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We're
we go in and
just like, yeah.
we know we're looking for this guy Dapper. Have we been here? We've been here before.
You've been here before. You kind of been to this bar. It's a shithole. In all honesty, like he always plays it up as like this big bar, and he's notorious. Like they call him Dapper because it's the complete reverse of this guy. This guy's a scumbag. He's a big sleaze. He thinks he's cool, and he's clearly not. And he never looks fancy in his
He's
life.
no Dapper
People
Dan.
just-
Okay.
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of you're kind of getting not so much escorted, but you kind of go to the guys and you're like, well, where the hell's the office? Like, there's 2 stories to this place. There's a big ladder not a big ladder, a big bridge that runs along over the dance floor, but you don't have to get anywhere. So these guys, they kind of like point you and lead you and direct you to where you guys need to go. It's upstairs. So you guys make your way kind of through like the loud music and basically the smoke from whatever the hell anybody is smoking in here. Making your way over to kind of a back room where you see that there's this gorgeous, tall woman kind of standing with her arms crossed, just looking like outside of this small hallway, and behind her is this big steel door. You see the big steel door itself has these purple LEDs kind of around it. And you see her, she's just standing there. She looks like a Barbie doll, but she's really imposing for her height. Her shoulders are very broad, and you see she's looking out there with a dull smile. Like, it just doesn't stop, and her eyes have just been permanently open. She doesn't blink.
I give Decker a nudge, and I'm like, hey, maybe you should go try your charms on her there, buddy. Hey.
But she's basically in front of the door that we're approaching, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And we don't know who this woman is. We've never.
Nope, never met her before in your life. You have no idea who she is.
Should ask her out for a date.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, Polly. You need to get in there and talk to Dapper. We ain't got time for this. We need to get the info and get out of here. All right, I'm skittish and kind of walking around looking if we're side by side. Go on in, Decker. Talk to him.
Yeah, go on in, Decker. Yeah. You got this.
Just throw me to the wolves.
You're the
All
one
right.
with the leisure suit on, but
Yeah.
So I walk up and I guess I look up at this woman, since I don't think my character's that tall.
Yeah.
And is she like blocking the way? Is she standing like aggressively, or
Yeah, she's like right in the way.
right because she's doing this thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to see Dapper now.
Okay, and you see she kind of smiles a little bit, kind of gives you a little bit of smirk. And she's like, "It's okay, Mr. Decker. We're waiting for you. Just let me lead you in." And you see she turns around and makes her way in, and you can kind of see that, she's a full body augment. You see, she sounds very, very robotic. You can hear kind of the corded muscles in her. She's got the strength. She could probably punch through a truck. So she makes her way to the door. It automatically kind of slides open to the side where you didn't hear it before, but you can hear it over the music. You hear her yelling coming from the other side. Like, just someone's furious, pissed, just cursing out a storm on the other side of this door. You guys make your way. You can guys come into this like ridiculously messy office. It's probably about 10 feet by 10 feet, and there's this desk that's large, way too big. It shouldn't even be in here. You see, it's just littered with like porn magazines. You see, he's got like these big, like disgusting pictures of women, like kind of hanging all over the place. And then you see this guy. He's got his feet up on his desk, and you just hear him just yelling. Nowhere. He's just yelling like out. Polly, you're under the assumption, like, since he's a fixer, he's probably like you. His agent's probably internal.
Right.
So he's not holding this thing in front of himself or using a mic. He's just yelling at whoever's on the other side. But you see this guy, really horrible fucking tan. It looks fake even in the dark. He's got these big friggin' round goggles on that are completely just black, just shaded. You see he's got this receding hairline that he chose not to cover, and this graying hair. And you see his face, the aging process has been reduced, but it's a fucking cheap job. Like, he looks like a wax figure, but you can see from his neck down, just curled right up, pruned right up. You see that he has this kind of Hawaiian shirt that's just an ungodly colored, ripped open a little bit, and you can see this guy's augmented with artificial muscle.
Okay, I busy myself walking around and ogling the pictures on the wall, but I'm also, while I'm doing that, I'm looking for any kind of wiretapping, any kind of situation where we're being recorded, any small devices. Just kind of taking that in too while Decker goes over there and speaks with him. All right.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm just kind of making myself look appropriate in my garbage bag lady sheep
attire.
Kind of.
Now, I did human perception as far as just picking up a vibe on him to see who he might be. You know what I mean? Any kind of information I can glean from the conversation he has. I'm supposing I know him before, but I want to see if this is gonna be legit, or if we're the spider walking into the flies walking into the spider web.
Okay. Do you guys anybody have Streetwise?
I do. I got languages, street slang. I don't.
No.
Slang.
Streetwise. Where does that show up?
It should be. I think it's a knowledge skill. You know what? In all honesty,
I got Streetwise.
Roll it, dude.
Yep.
I do not.
Okay, you want me to roll it?
Yep. Go ahead.
18.
Good job, Polly.
Is that good?
Yep, that's good. So normally, what you're looking at, easy's 10, challenging's about a 15 to 18, hard's usually a 22 and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So yeah, like you've heard of, like everybody knows Dapper. He's the entry level guy you go to get jobs if you want to live a thug life.
Right.
So he's usually legit, but he's got bad luck with a lot of these early contracts, and you do know something happened to his latest group of entry level thugs. Rumor is that they got into something with a bunch of cops. They were fighting, just a bunch of some sort of new drone that came out or some shit. You don't know exactly what the situation was, but you do know that he lost a group currently, and that this is probably the position you're filling.
Yeah, backups.
All right. That bodes well.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay. So after cursing up a storm, you see he kind of hits the back of his ear, takes a look, and he sees, the guys have been walked in by his bodyguard, and you see she kind of looks at you guys, goes and kind of sits down in like a lounger over in the corner, and then he's like, all right. So we got Decker, Gadget, Polly. Right? Is that right?
I glance back over my shoulder and then turn around, and my hands are behind my back, locked, and I'm looking at the pictures, supposedly. Can I do a nod?
Is there a seat like across from him?
Not really, because the office is so small. He's got like a little lounger in the corner. It looks like it may be for whoever the cyborg is.
And he's got like a desk or something, or is it just...
Yeah, he's got a very wide desk. There's barely enough room for him to kind of get behind it. He's probably got to kind of shimmy his way over. Like, it looks impressive. It's got like a lot of really cool like underglow LEDs that shine out on the floor. It's got a built-in computer that you can kind of see on top of the screen that he can kind of tap onto. But it shouldn't even be. It's way too big.
Are there is there anything else on the outskirts of the room? Like, is there any like whiskey decanter, like?
Oh yeah, yeah. You see beer cans. You see old things of Jack Daniels kind of lying about right behind him. Actually, can I have you guys go ahead and make a quick wardrobe and style roll?
Wardrobe and
Fill that out of the gate.
Style.
Oh yeah.
Style.
It's under social skills.
Social.
At the bottom.
This isn't working.
Yeah, so basically he takes a look at you and he kind of looks like he's impressed, and he kind of gives you kind of a raised eyebrow through his like large lenses, and he takes a look at you too. He's like, God damn it, I got fucking hobos. All right, well,
I rock back and forth and kind of shrug and look around.
All right,
it serves its purpose, I say under my breath.
Yeah. All right. He's like, well, I don't know. You guys are good at this stuff. I mean, your names came through, and I'm looking for people.
What else do you call us?
Yeah, so this is the job, guys. You guys, we got a contact here. I haven't been given a name, but it seems to be associated with a lot of the, with a couple of the Ripper docs that cruise around here in the combat zone. They kind of gotten together and gotten a pool together, and they want you to do a repo job. Apparently, there's some asshole punk that thought he could get away with a bunch of mods for free, got them installed somehow, beat the shit out of the Ripper doc, and then took off. What they want you to do is they want you to bust in, get the mods out, keep him alive, if you can, and return the used merchandise.
Do we know what the mods are?
I don't fucking know what they are.
So
I've just told there were mods.
All right, so the Ripper docs know?
There's actually the Ripper doc that was actually kind of like lost his merchandise is the one to know.
All right.
And you can kind of see he goes over to his computer, and basically he kind of forwards to you the information that he has basically on the Ripper doc that got jumped. Said there's a guy on the street known as Dr. Hook. He doesn't have too good of a reputation. He usually will install anything into anybody as long as they have the funds, pays in advance. So essentially this guy must have had the money before and then just creamed him, made a run for it. But as far as I know, he's still around. If you need to get some information on whoever jumped him, I'd start there first.
Where can we find him?
Okay. It should be just over in your agent. Take you right to his clinic.
All right. So with our agent, that's just basically our AI that we've got built into us.
Yeah, so basically it's just a smartphone.
Okay. And is there a role for that, or it just tells us?
Nope, you just have it. Yeah.
So he basically like texted us the address kind of thing, or whatever the key pertinent information was. So now we know where we're supposed to go. But there's a little issue of our fee for.
Well, yeah, I understand it. Normally, a job of this caliber is going to actually pay about 1,000 euros upon completion. But what they're paying is if you can get this guy alive, they're going to pay each of you 1,400.
And if he's not alive?
Well, they said that you're probably looking at the standard fee of 1,000. You're going to be paid for your time. I mean, we're going to keep track. I mean, we're going to take care of you here. Right. I mean, it's all about joining the syndicate, right? I mean, we're pretty on the up and up, at least as far as criminals go. See with that, it kind of gives you guys a smirk.
Yeah, I swing around and at the same time rolling up my sleeve and looking at my skin watch. Speaking of time, we're wasting it here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I gotta let you guys know. You guys have 4 days to get this job done. They want this done quick. They said anything longer than that, it's gonna start being a problem.
All right, I got it.
As well,
better.
Yeah. Yep. As well, I gotta let you guys know, just to be a little bit on the up and up. It's up to you guys to get all the information you need to get this guy down and to take the mods out. It's not my job to give you the information. It's only my job to give you the job. You get me? You probably heard on the street, I lost a crew not too long ago. It's because they didn't do the fucking research and find out the guy had a trauma team card. Snapped it, a friggin' ambulance with a railgun came down, blasted the shit right out of them. This is the kind of stuff you guys need to look into. Don't come back and blame me if your armor's all fucked, if you've run out of ammo or you used all your fucking grenades. Guess what? I don't care. You find out what you need. It's up to you to pay those costs, and I'll pay you the money that I'm giving you now. I'm not paying for anything else. You guys get me?
That's why we get a Decker.
Crystal clear.
All right. Get the fuck out of here. I want to see you guys for the next couple days.
All right. Nice seeing you, too. Let's go, guys. Yeah. All right.
I'm the first one out of there, and I glance up at the lady, and then go down the bar, off the mezzanine, right?
No.
Just for future reference, did we see any like cameras and stuff on our way up to this office?
No, nothing. No, nothing in here. Chances are they're probably hidden, or he's got a direct link to his bodyguards.
Okay.
All right.
Just in case.
Yeah.
All right. So we know where this Dr. Hook guy is, right?
Yeah.
And we should go look for him first, I guess, eh?
So how far away is this doctor? Like, given where we are and where he is, like, how far away is that? And what's our best mode of transportation? We actually have like a vehicle or something?
Okay, so he's in the combat zone. You guys can't afford a vehicle.
That's
One, it's too expensive, and two, it's going to get fucking stolen. That's just how things come down in the combat zone. So you guys would normally, there is a rail system that works periodically, but not in the combat zone because, it's the fucking combat zone. You'll see a psycho somewhere or a gang member here. So your best mode of transportation is you can find a taxi somewhere who might be able to get you somewhere, but pretty much walking. But it looks like this place with this Dr. Hook, it wouldn't be any more than about an hour's walk.
All right. In the rain. Yeah, we're probably used to that, though, too, anyways, right?
Well, you two are. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm okay with walking if you two are.
Yeah. That's why we dress this way, to be unassuming. Not like Mr.
That's right.
Decker over there. Asking for a jacket. Yeah.
It's okay. I haven't bathed in a while, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're all right.
You might want to take a
Let's
cab.
make our way. Let's make our way.
All right.
To Dr. Hooks, yeah. Okay. And while we're at it, can we get some any more information about him through our agent?
Through your agent, if you take a look at Decker, or Dapper, sorry. Looking for Dapper?
No, Dr. Hook.
Oh, Dr. Hook? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So basically there's nothing, like you won't be able to see a Yelp review because what happens with Ripper Docs, they're not exactly licensed or legal. So what a Ripper Doc is they're essentially a street surgeon. So what you do is you would go them for illegal mods or just to get healthy. Like you legitimately have like a broken arm or a busted leg. You can't afford the hospital bill. There's no fucking way. You need to get you'd have to take out like a huge loan. That would take you almost 20 years to pay off. So a lot of people will go to these less than reputable people who would, they're taking a chance and to get medical assistance, or not medical assistance, but to get healed up here.
All right. Okay. And obviously he doesn't have a out in the open storefront practice.
Yeah, not that you hear of. No one would usually have a big sign or anything like that. So
No.
No, but we're natives of this area. We know the backdoor policies and all that stuff.
You do, yeah.
So,
All right. And have we
hit the
heard of him
bricks.
before? We must have heard of him before.
Oh yeah. It's not even a role. You guys have heard, you ever heard of all the different kind of street dogs that are available in this area? And he's just basically one of the slimiest ones you can go to. He's on that very big list of untrustable ripper dogs.
Yeah.
Is he known for having any muscle backing him up?
Well, normally, yeah. So you're not quite sure what exactly happened. Either this guy has the mods to be able to beat up this guy's muscle, or something else. Who knows?
So we're gonna have to try and assess what we're walking into before we meet this guy, or do you guys just want to walk in and?
I think maybe one of us should walk in.
You think there's
And
any
kind of
information
size
on
up.
the
like
dark web?
sharing.
If there's any information on the dark web, you can pull up about him, or anything current, or this guy. Can a Decker do that?
Can a Decker just take a look and see if there's any information on him?
With
Usually,
the mainframe, yeah.
it's usually a lot of corporate advertisements because the internet, as it was, is not actually nearly as advanced due to the corporate war that actually had gone through.
Okay.
The worldwide net has completely collapsed just due to self-creating AI viruses.
Gotcha.
No one can run old net. Old net will get you killed. The only thing that lives there now are these things they call rabbits, which are these self-replicating viruses, or AIs that have managed to get themselves out of a data fortress and put themselves up into the net. Okay. So there's actually large dead zones now where people have had to kind of isolate information networks. So everything's local now.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that's one thing. Is there any way Decker can tap into a local system information to glean anything? Is what they're aiming at.
Once we're on site, I can try and find a place to jack in and then look and see.
Let's get to a mainframe.
If it's just some house or something, we need to see what it is first, because there's no reason.
Well, that's what I mean. You can make it a safe assumption that we can fast track to this mainframe, and you can jack in, and we can gather this information that a Decker would be accessible, or could access for us. So if that's what we want to do, but I mean,
yeah.
So let's just go to the closest one.
I was thinking, rather than three of us go just barging in there and asking him his business, because he's, we don't know. Is maybe just size him up first, like go in, see if we can see what kind of muscle he has, or if what sort of augmentations he's got, we can discern. Get a little bit of knowledge before we go pushing him for information.
Oh, I just mean the Decker. He can log into a computer, the local computer, like the local.
Yeah, there's like a local terminal. It's like a city net. So that's something you don't even really need to make a roll on. You can take a look and see, if it's like restricted form, like it's a black, it's dark web, web form, and everybody complains about ripper doctors. Like this guy, no more so than anybody else. You hear that, he ripped me off. He gave me a cyber leg that always locks up every 3 minutes or something like that. There's nothing there that seems to signify anything special there. There's just too much information out there.
Okay. What, you want to play? You want to play sick, Polly?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Decker's the guy to go and play sick. I mean, look at the suit there. He looks like he actually afford to pay the doctor. You and I don't.
Well, we can. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
We'll
send Deck in.
Are we going to tell this guy that we've been sent? Because he's basically hired Dapper, right?
Yeah, that's essentially what you have. Maybe not directly. It sounds like he might be a part of a bigger organization. It could be just a bunch of ripper doctors that are kind of together.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Okay, he hired Dapper.
Yeah, he hired Dapper, and Dapper is outsourcing the job to you.
Okay. So he should have no reason not to give us the information we need.
No. He just wants his mods back. Gotcha.
That's right. Okay, so we should find out what kind of number of mods we're looking at.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess it really doesn't matter if we want to try and bring him back alive. We just got to get him back to Dr. Hook here, and he can rip them out of him.
Well, what Dapper was saying about this trauma team thing, right?
Yeah.
It's actually, that's actually a really good idea, is not to hurt this person at all, right? If they've got an active trauma team that's gonna swoop down, essentially and take them away.
Well, that's what he said. That was the last job he had with the other guys.
Oh, okay.
This guy, if he had to steal piece of shit mods from a Ripper doc, he's not going to be able to afford a trauma team.
Okay, different people. Understood.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe he can give us some. He can provide us with something to subdue this guy. You know, like some drug or something.
I think we go to a different doctor, Polly.
Then we go to a different doctor.
We don't need.
Well, I mean,
we don't need to show our face the hook.
It'd be in his best interest to provide us with the necessary tools to subdue this guy.
Okay.
You know.
All right, let's go. Let's go, fellas. Analysis paralysis. We'll go there and we'll send in Decker like we did the last time.
All right. So when we get to this place, we should just assess what it looks like from the outside. So do we just walk straight there? Does anything happen?
Yeah, I've been walking this whole time, and I'm assuming we're walking there the whole time. You know.
Yeah. Lots of neon lights.
So there's a number of neon lights, and like you said before, you see the buildings themselves. Like it's got a real retrofitted future look to it, where you see like these buildings look fairly old, like they've aged at this point. We see they got like a lot of like things fixed and built onto the sides, large tubes that seem to go into a little bit more modern, more sophisticated systems. But kind of going here, you see kind of the neon lights, the crowded people. You're kind of shifting your way through them, and this rain kind of not coming down heavy, but light. And the thing that really sucks is that since the nuke had gone off, you can kind of look up, and you can kind of see there's this hazy red veil that kind of goes all over the sky. It's not nearly as sharp as it used to look 2 days ago. It's almost kind of taken a pink tinge. But it's been known that this has come from either the radiation that's up within the atmosphere or the fact that fucking most of the country's on fire. In all honesty.
Yeah.
It's
fallout, I tell you.
It's like California.
Yeah, like California. Yeah.
All right. Well, when we're,
you're kind of coming
toward the doctor's office. Okay. And I'm looking. Is there any guards about?
Okay, so as you guys are kind of walking, you're kind of getting into the more dangerous section of the old combat zone, more so than usual. You guys start to notice that the people do start to thin out pretty fast. You're getting kind of more into like almost like an abandoned zone. You can kind of see cars off to the side on fire, some sketchy fucking kids over in the corner kind of whispering to each other, seeing that they have like, rows of pistols kind of in their leather jackets and stuff, taking a look at you guys, and then kind of just going, nah, it's not worth it, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking to the shadows, and steering clear as I go down.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of walking, and you're just a couple blocks away when you start to hear gunfire. Normally, you wouldn't really give a shit. You're hearing guns go off all the time in this particular area. And then when you get closer to Dr. Hook's, those shots are coming from the clinic.
Oh. That's not good. All right.
So...
Well,
looks like our man's made it back.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we should watch the entranceway.
Yeah, I finger my weapon underneath my my coat.
Here we go.
So you guys, I just need you to go back to roll 20, and I got a map set up. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move off those who aren't here. So we don't have Grim, and we don't have Stitches. So I'm just going to put them off to the side here. So you three kind of come down from the street here from this particular direction. And you can see that there's these... Yeah, so if you kind of look at the north, if you kind of zoom out so you can see the whole map. So the bad guys are the red guys that you see here.
Okay.
You guys are coming from the street from this direction here, from the north. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then you have your 3 little character pogs over here. I believe you guys can move them if you guys can just take a quick look. But I kind of want you to stay kind of over in this. Okay, so that means I just got to change the properties. Controlled by.
Yes.
Okay, you should be good there, Todd. You should be able to control Polly.
There we go.
James, you should be okay for Decker.
Yeah. How's it going, guys? How are you guys doing?
Finally, there you go. There you go, Dolly got Gadget.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So as you guys are kind of approaching, like there's kind of garbage strewn all over the place. You can see that there's this car here that, that kind of seems to be blocking the area. It looks like it hasn't moved in like years. And you can kind of see the entryway that kind of leads down again to almost like a basement complex down to wherever this Dr. Hook is. And you can kind of see there's like this half-kiltered sign kind of on its side, just like smashed. And then you see it's like spray painted kind of across the front, like fucking loser and all this other kind of crap, or a big red X. But you see that there's these 3 booster gangers here, and you see they're kind of standing there in their leather jackets that just has like this big, looks like a red moon, like a crescent moon. And you see they're just kind of hiding behind this car and hiding behind
maybe a crimson moon,
possibly a crimson moon, maybe. It's an in joke. But you can kind of see they're kind of ducking under cover. You see they're using these large caliber firearms that you can get at pretty much anywhere. And you can kind of hear the shotgun going off from the basement. And he's like, "You think you can walk in here, you fucks?" Boom! And you see that these guys are kind of being not so much pinned down, they're looking for a way to kind of get in here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to just have you guys
it's a good
kind of
chance for us to get into good graces.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to say these guys don't exactly notice you at this point, but if you guys just kind of want to do kind of like, you guys get kind of a surprise round at this point.
Okay.
If you kind of want to position yourself or take a shot.
Now, what I would want to do is move myself around to this side, however long that's going to take to get down there.
Okay, so how it works, if you guys look at your character sheet, you're going to have a move stat.
Okay.
That's quite literally how many boxes you can move in a turn.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. These stats.
And so how...
Got a question. The stats, what is the max that you can have for these attributes? Like, where are these out of?
8.
8, okay.
It's 2 to 8 is how these stats work.
Okay.
You can actually get them above 8, but you're paying for mods at that point.
Right.
You're looking for augmentations or even just get like a metal combat suit. So...
Okay. So we can move up to that many.
So I was right here originally, where I am right now, right?
Yeah. So what I can do, guys, just to kind of like this will slow down the game a little bit because it's first combat. We're learning the rules, so just bear with me here, guys. So if you actually go over to, where the journal is, basically on your tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see something there that says actions. It's going to come up really small, but just click on the little magnifying glass. And it gives you a list of everything that you can actually do as an action.
Yeah.
So you're always going to be able to make do your move and a regular action. Your move can be broken up. So if you can move 2 or move 3, if you can move 4, you could move 2, shoot a guy that's close to you, and then move away 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and how this particular game works is if you're in cover, like if you're hiding behind something, you either have total cover or no cover. So if there's a guy that has half of his body kind of like behind one of these little planters here, if he's not kneeling down beside it and you can kind of see half of his body, he doesn't have any cover. You guys can shoot him just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm assuming that this right here is like a bus stop terminal where I'm behind this and I'm laying low, all right, and trying to stick to the shadow, which I say is casting shadow. So anyway, guys, I'm going to be working my way down here. to flank them if you guys want to approach and keep their in, because I've got a shotgun basically. I'm gonna need to come up behind them pretty close.
Well, I think what I'd do is I'm gonna stick where I am, and I'm gonna provide cover fire to get their attention, so you can slide down there.
Yeah. So I've already moved my 5 movement rate down to here. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
I'll just be.
So what you can do as well, Del, is you can do the run action, which is you can move up to your movement again.
Okay, gotcha. That is exactly what I'll do. Can I go diagonally?
Yes.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, let me open the actions tab.
Yeah, I'd be right here.
Strange.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a right here and then down hunched to get up behind this car. So that's where I'll be.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So there's no particular initiative with this particular round. I can get you guys kind of set up where you guys want to be. So you're just going to stick.
Well,
All right.
I guess I'm.
Yeah, you guys are free to set up and do everything, and if you guys want to use your action to shoot, you can. This is just you guys. You guys have the advantage with this particular one. These guys are too distracted by maniac with a shotgun.
I'll shoot that guy there.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him too.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So now so what you guys can do, if you guys are familiar, and this is actually something that I'm going to let you know of, James, the toolbar. You'll see something that looks like a circle, and going out the top right, it looks like where is it? Shoot. Yeah, it looks like almost like a ruler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where am I looking?
The 4th one down up top left.
Yeah. So if you look at the left, there's that toolbar that has that select mode. Yeah, it'll allow you to kind of do your ranges. So you can determine how far a person is. You kind of see that? I think I have my rulers. It can be shown to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Can you see mine?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now the reason why I say that is because ranges matter, especially with small arms.
Figured it out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do real quick, if you want to look at it to determine if your shot's good or not, you can look under the journal entry that I was showing you before that kind of let you display your actions. You'll see another one that says range DVs. So here's the thing about range combat. Range combat always has a fixed difficulty value. Melee has a variable difficulty value. So what you can do is if you click on the range DVs and you hit that little button there to enlarge it.
I see.
So it'll tell you exactly what numbers you need to get in order to hit them. So right now those guys are 10 yards, or I think it said 10 yards away.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah, so you need a 15 or better on your roll, okay?
Got it. All right. And then we just...
Yeah, so what you can do is you can actually click on the weapon. If you click on the weapon, it'll take the shot.
Under inventory?
On the word attack, to the left of the weapon, at the bottom.
Yes, so if you click on that character sheet tab there on the top, if you actually go to the bottom of the sheet, you'll see like a little section that has all your combat options.
Yeah, just scroll down.
Okay, hold on here. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. And then heavy pistol. I guess it seems like I got 2 of them, right? So, Can I actually be attacking with them?
They don't.
Okay.
So baked into this system, no. Because they don't have a 2-gun rule, which is weird. But I'm going to run it this way for now, where it's just like we'll just go with the rules and see how it is, and then we'll add rules later. Because there's a lot of stuff that they don't do, which I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome if we could do that.
Right, you got to use one hand to point and the other one to shoot.
So I shot at Buddy, and I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
And I only need a 15, so I totally nailed him.
Yeah, so you got him, and then I just need you to go ahead and roll the damage. So for the very heavy pistol, I believe it's 4d6s.
3d6.
That is a terrible roll.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta find out how much health my mooks have here. Just give me a second. Where are they? Da-da-da.
I did very, very, very little damage.
Yeah.
Probably didn't take damage though, right?
Yeah.
He's got armor.
Yeah. So.
So I see. Very heavy pistol, 46. Okay. All right.
Yep, so I'm just going to get their health values down here. So yeah, you shoot the guy and you just see it's just like a glancing wound. It doesn't really do much. You see that his leather, like it's really hard to kind of say what's happening. I'm like, well, does the bullet hit? Does it skim? I'm going to say it's just a light glancing hit. You see, it doesn't look like it did that much damage. You see the guy kind of just like out of the shock of someone who just shot him from behind. He kind of pushes himself towards the car, takes a look, and sees you. And then Paulie is going to go ahead and probably take a couple shots.
I took a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Rate of fire. You can do 2 shots, eh? Rate of fire.
You can, yeah, with a heavy pistol, so it's lighter than Decker's gun. Decker has a heavier pistol than you, but yeah, you get 2 shots a turn. So you can actually make another shot if you want.
I will. 15. So both of those are going to hit.
Yeah. So roll.
Same guy.
Yeah. So you're going to be rolling
And
3d6 for each shot.
3d6 for each one.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one. And here's the other one. There. Oh. 16 on the second one.
Yeah. So that guy takes.
Hit a major organ.
So the other one was 16.
Uh-huh.
Good rolling, Tex. Good shooting, Tex.
Yeah. So Decker kind of comes around the corner and kind of fires at the guy. You see, basically, you do that glancing hit, which kind of shocks the guy. He kind of somewhat collapses over, takes a quick look, and sees you. And then, you just kind of take your firearm out there, Paulie, and you just kind of blast twice. And you guys can hear, this reverberating echo of these firearms go off. And you just hit this guy in the shoulder, get him right through the kidney. And he just yells right out. And you kind of see he kind of puts his back up against the car right now. But he's still up.
What? Holy man. Wow. All right. He's a tough bugger. All right.
Now I got a quick question. Do we have open comms between us 3?
I don't know. You don't.
Okay, that's fine.
You just have your agents. You can make a phone call, but
that's fine.
Call a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'll get you guys to do now is I'm going to get you guys to roll for initiative. At this point, these guys are aware of you. They see you. So you guys
group initiative, or is it
no? Everyone, it's individual initiative.
Now I rolled a 12 on stealth earlier for trying to see if I would remain unseen by those guys.
You don't need to worry about it. You're in a fire. They're in a firefight right now, and you didn't do anything. I'm just going to give it to you.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is this initiative?
It's a tab at the top of the character sheet. It says roll initiative.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. When you click it, it'll.
All right. Good to go. All right.
Okay, and Mooks. Okay.
Dang, man, I got good initiative on that. Of course, makes sense because I don't know where I am.
Yeah. So my guys are going on a 14. So it'll go Gadget, Mooks, then between Decker and Paulie. You guys can choose who goes first on that particular one. So Gadget, you got your shotgun. You got the shells loaded. You hear these guys have started firing already. This guy's just yelling out in agonizing pain.
All right. What? Okay. I hope you guys aren't looking. All right. But I'm a whistle. No, I ain't even gonna do that. I'm tossing a flashbang right in the middle of them. All right. In the middle of that triangle of guys there.
Okay.
So about right there. So hold on for a minute. Do I need to click flash?
So where you're gonna throw it? Yep. So it's gonna be So the number of squares that this grenade is going to cover, it's going to be 5 squares by 5 squares. So what you can do is you can actually center your location where you want to put it.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. So yeah, that's going to cover all of them.
Yeah.
So that won't be an issue. All right. And so what they're going to do is they're going to make a kind of like an endurance roll. Where is it? Resist torture and drugs, endurance, contortionist. No. So it'll be a difficulty 13. They critically failed.
Sweet. Critically failed. Yes. Good.
So yeah, so all of them, you see, you kind of, you slide, you kind of whip this black puck, right? That has kind of this switch that's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And you hear it go beep. You kind of see it go click, click. It kind of rolls
Clatters.
off, like hits the curb, kind of flies right in the middle of them, and then just you see this white flash out, and you can hear all these guys are like, what the fuck was that? Jeez, and so for the rest of the round, these guys actually have an increased difficulty, and their movement is greatly reduced.
Sweet. All right. Now let's charge in and close that gap. Take them out.
All right.
Yep.
Now that was the first move I made. I still get to. Now
you can still move.
That's what I mean. As far as actions, I can still move up on them, but can I do another action?
No, because your action was to throw the grenade.
Yeah. I will. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Did I even have you? I didn't even have you throw the grenade, did I? I just said you used it. Oh, hold on. Wait, before we get too excited. So I'm going to get you to throw the grenade. So actually, how far away is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay.
Okay.
12.
You can totally throw that far. I need you to actually make an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. 6. Nope.
Uh-oh.
I was going to say, so technically that, you know what? I'm just going to give it to you. I messed up. I'll take that hit. No, the grenade goes off without a problem. Because to me, that's like, no, that shit bounces right back.
I know, that's what I was about to say. I throw it over my shoulder, it bounces over, lands and blinds me.
But no, I'll give it to you this time, Dell. So, okay, these guys are absolutely paralyzed, and they're going to, it looks like they have no idea what's going on. So for their turn, you see that they're moving.
Now, can I move up to double move, right?
No, you can move once. So you can move your move ranking once, because I'm going to say you threw the grenade. That was your turn.
This is what I am. Hold on. It's hard for me to move on the. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go. I don't know why this. Hold on.
Was it doing something funky?
I was just gonna say I'm right. Oh, wait a minute. There's the car door, does it open?
Barely.
Barely. Well, I can bust the windshield out with my shotgun and get inside there. All right.
Okay.
So.
Do you want to lose a round in the gun then? You just boom.
Oh no! I mean, I'll open it up. I'll get inside. I still want to be, unseen, basically.
Okay.
But that's where I'm posted up. I'm on Overwatch, so to speak. But anyway, pass it to you guys.
Okay. So basically, it's going to go to these guys. So you see these guys are kind of blindly just kind of like groping the air, and you see they're kind of moving their way over here.
Okay. So I'm going to move to my 6 yards, like my 3 squares, so I can move.
Yeah.
I can't move. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Because you've got to select the select move.
I got it. Here we go. Yep. So I can move to that planter, provide a little cover. If I can get him in there. There we go. Right, and I'm going to shoot at this guy.
Okay.
10 yards. It should be the same amount. 15. And I'll fire my trusty heavy pistol twice. So boom, boom,
Dang.
oh,
Dang.
good.
2 hits.
Bang. 2 hits. And first one is 9, and the second one is
9.
another 9.
2 nines. That was the same.
Oh yeah. So you kind of point at this guy, and then boom. You see, basically, you blow out his other shoulder. Boom. Basically, this huge chunk comes right out of his thigh, and he drops like a rock. Just boom. And he's just down, kind of like just on the curb.
You see me in the windshield, Todd, pointing that way. No,
Okay.
you're not close enough. Okay, go ahead.
You know, I don't. No, I can't see you through this other vehicle.
Yeah, this.
Probably in the way. And Decker, you're over in the bus stop over here. Is that you?
Yeah, he's up in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna
That's
do.
what-
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick death save on this guy.
Now, do you get to
So-
move again, Todd?
Say that again.
Did you break up your movement into 2? Can you move further? Because all you did was move like 2 spaces.
I only moved 1, so I could probably.
That's what you could post
Yeah,
up on that corner or whatever. You know,
Can you do double movement and an attack?
No, you can either do. You can only do your movement and then an action, but you can split your movement.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He only
Okay,
did
well,
a
I've
portion of his movement.
I've already taken my full move.
Oh, okay. I thought you just took.
Yeah, because I think your move is like 3, isn't it, or something like that?
My move is, it says 6, but that's. Wait a minute.
Is the movement
Is that squares?
Square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
squares.
that's 6 squares.
Oh, so I have more movement to take. Okay.
Yeah. That's what
Got
I'm
it.
saying.
All
Posted
right.
up on
So
that
I
corner.
could move again down to about here. Okay. Take cover behind the planter.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Gotta get behind that wall, sucker.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually roll a d10 for this guy. So what I'm doing is I'm making a death save. So what happens is once you guys go down to 0 health, you guys are considered in a death state. So what you do is you roll a d10. If you get under your death save, which you'll see on your character sheet, it means you're still awake, the adrenaline is still pumping, and you can take an action. If you get above that, you kind of pass out to the pain. If you get a 10 or higher, you're dead. So, all right. So that's what I'm going to. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and because he was down to
Double
0, he gets a
digits.
+1 to add to this roll.
Double digits, baby.
So you can kind of see he's kind of down on the ground bleeding. He's kind of holding his shoulder that you shot through, and kind of like has his like gun hand, like his gun hands kind of going over the thigh that you blew out. And you can kind of see he's choking up blood, but he's not really doing anything. He seems like he's aware, but he can't really do much.
All right.
All right, and Decker.
All right, so if he's on the ground, then I can shoot at the other guy. So I've moved my movement down, and this guy is a little bit further away.
Yep.
16 yards, but I'll give it a shot and see if I can hit him.
There you go.
19.
Yep. 16. You 16, right? So that tells me you need a 20 or better.
Yeah.
So
19, so I missed him.
So you missed him. But what you can do, so I'll let you guys know, you guys have a luck stat. So how luck will work is it will allow you to add modifiers to your roll so that you can succeed. And what happens...
To do that
Yeah.
after you've made the roll, though?
I think you can only do it before you make the roll. I'm going to check real quick. If that's the case, I might just give it to you for now because we're still kind of learning the system. I actually totally forgot about luck, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I forgot it existed too.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll they'll have me spend a luck. Yeah, because that renews at the start of each session or something like that, right?
What was that?
Like your luck is for each game session.
Yes.
Right, and so you don't necessarily have to be hoarding it. Right?
No.
It just like magically comes back.
Yeah, it comes back just for for essentially the next story. It's kind of like the next game you're playing, right? You just get it all back.
Is there a limitation on the amount that you can use?
Nope. No, you can use any amount that you'd like. So, I'm going to say I believe it's supposed to be done before you make the roll, but I can give it to you if you want to do it now. I don't know.
I'll spend a luck to hit him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
13.
Okay. So he's still up. So yeah, you shot him, you hit him, and he's still up, but he's not. It seems to have slowed him down a little bit. Wasn't quite a lethal shot.
All right.
Okay. And then, so we go back to the top. So, I believe that's Gadget.
Okay. I see the guy on the ground rolling around.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting out the window to try to take him out. Now, I do have I'm just going to pepper him with my shotgun. All right.
Okay. Don't even roll to hit. Just roll 3d6.
Okay, gotcha. Hold on for a minute.
Just brutal. But he's just lying there dying on the ground. And
He doesn't even know what's going on. I can't see anything.
Take it.
6. There you go.
Okay. He's going to make another death save at +3. He's dead. You see with that, you see basically his chest explodes just in basically this peppered shell that you fired from your tactical shotgun. Just gore sprays all across basically all across the concrete, basically up the curve in the front of the car. There's nothing left of this guy. You turn him into hamburger.
Okay, well, I'm listening to for any jangling noises, like any bits or tech or whatever that may come off of him or fly off, that I can acquire. But anyway, after that, I'm opening the door, and let's say I shot that 1, 2, 3, and I'll get to right there. All right, that's the safest for me. Like, I swung up at the door and I was running past, and I waxed him and got right here, posted up right there. All right.
Okay. All right. So these guys are going to continue moving. You see they're kind of groping in the air as best they can. That's their turn.
Run away.
So it goes back to Polly and back to Decker. Oh, you're muted there, Todd.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna see if I can. Let's see. How much distance am I? I'm drawing a line. I didn't want to do that. How do I get rid of that? Escape. How do you get rid of that?
Clear drawings. Here, I'll see if I can clear this. Yeah, there you go.
You got it. Okay, thanks. I picked the wrong thing. All right, so 12 yards. Okay, that's still the same range.
Line of
So I'm
sight,
going to shoot at that guy there. Line of sight. Okay.
I mean, it's blocked.
yeah.
It's blocked off.
So what you can do?
Even block.
No, he has a line of sight. As long as it goes through, like he's not. Yeah, I'd give you that.
Well, I could just easily go here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then do it.
But you're gonna be closer from that corner. But anyway, I'm not.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Or even around here to that.
I just around the corner.
Swinging around and getting behind
right.
that right there. Like right here.
Is that What's that? Is that an awning over a window or something? Or?
That is an awning over a window. Is it there? Probably not, because it's a cyberpunk world. But this is a building that I had available to me, so I didn't have to pay for this map.
Right.
So that's what I got.
Right. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot around the corner.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna come around the corner and shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Twice. Okay. So here we. Okay. Boom.
One for each of you.
8. That doesn't work. And boom. Hold on. There's a 15.
Use
That
that,
one will
luck,
work.
Todd.
And I roll a 3. What's that?
So use that luck.
Here we go. 14. Oh yeah, I can use the luck, couldn't I?
Okay. Were you gonna hit the wounded one or the fresh one?
Wounded.
Well, whoever.
I don't know. I'm not
This guy here. So
Whoever.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Decker.
I don't remember.
Decker shot this one. The one there on the bottom.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm going for. So 14 points damage.
Yep. Okay. He's actually still up. He's bleeding all over the place, but he's still up.
Okay. All right.
All right. So then go back to the top. Back to gadgets. Or wait, did you go that?
No, Decker needs to go.
So I'm actually not even going to shoot at these guys because I think maybe they're just going to bail on it. Like they're just going to try and run. So I'm going to use my movement. I might even use the run action or whatever to double it. I'm going to do this sweet hood slide.
Okay.
How tall are these planter things?
The planters themselves are probably no higher than maybe 4 feet.
Oh yeah.
You can sit behind it and be in total cover.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it like a sweet hood slide, and then I'm gonna stop right there, and I'll just stop myself in cover.
Okay.
And since that wasn't further than my regular move speed, what other actions can I take other than shooting?
Let's see. There is.
I can choke someone. I'm gonna choke myself.
You need to grab somebody. Yeah.
I cannot open up the actions.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said I can't open up the actions.
So what happens? Okay. So what happens when you do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
It just doesn't
Everything
come up.
opens up.
Okay.
It did before, but it doesn't.
You know what? Keep doing it, because I noticed I had issues with character sheets too that would sometimes do that. If I closed it and then just came back into it, it seemed to work.
So I'll use my action. I'll use my Netrunner scanner thing where I look for interface locations or whatever it is, if there are any.
Okay.
So I wasn't planning on shooting these guys.
Okay. If you want to go ahead, you can go ahead and do an interface roll.
Is that how that works? I have no idea.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d10. I don't think you add your tech. I think it's just interface, but it's not going to be a very difficult one. I'm just going to say it's like an 8.
So is there an interface skill? Is that how this works?
There is. Here, just give me a second. I'm going to go to your character sheet to see if I can find it. I believe it's going to be in net running. And I thought there was something where it says that you can actually just run the... Oh, no, it won't let you click on... No, never mind. You don't roll on interface. Okay. No, so what I'll do is I'll just get you to roll a d10 and add 4. You need an 8 or better. So what you can do is just go to the toolbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, add 4, 14. It's going to be inside the building.
Okay.
There's not going to be anything here external, so...
Cool.
Okay, and back to the top.
All right. I'm setting that right now. I'm surveying the area around that body that was laying right there to see if there's any weaponry or anything that was blown free of, any tech, gadgets, anything. All right.
Okay, so you're just going to go hobo scavenge them?
Scavenge
Just be
them,
like,
yep. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of come up, you see the guy's he's just wasted. There's nothing left. You see that his arm is just missing chunks out of it. And you can see, yep, he's got a piece of shit one-shot polymer. So what it is it's essentially just a handgun there's no clip that you change out of it. You actually buy the gun with the bullets built in.
From a vending
And
machine.
you see it's got like this like orange neon kind of on the top of the like on the receiver and stuff like that. It's supposed to look like cool, I guess. But you see that that's got like maybe 4 or 5 shots left in it.
Okay.
Whether you really trust it, it looks like a piece of shit. You have a feeling this thing's going to jam on you.
That's fine. I'll pocket it.
Okay.
I'm scavenging. I'm just listening to them retreat down the street, and
Okay.
behind the other two, and I'm looking for anything that's blown away from him. So whatever I can salvage, I'm doing, and that's what you guys will see that I'm doing whenever you turn around and look at me. Totally involved in that.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so you see this guy.
The main entrance is here.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get these guys to do their movement. So you see this guy kind of stumbles around. This guy falls over and begins crawling. And you see that basically he's leaving like a really heavy blood trail behind him while he's kind of just... And you kind of hear him struggling, trying to catch up to wherever his friend is going.
Ain't much of a friend, but that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I say just let him go. I mean,
Well, it sounds like Buddy's not going anywhere. The other one's going to get away. This guy's going to leave a trail of blood.
I'm looking for coins
Yeah.
and everything too.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you find probably about 10 euros on the guy.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh. All right. Why don't we go talk to this Mr. Dr. Hook guy here?
So we're in agreement. We're just like, well, forget these guys. And we're just like going to put our guns away and go in.
Yeah, I'm doing that with my action. I'm actually wiping the blood off the bills right now, the euros. It's
Well, I
stuffing them
wait
in my
for
pocket.
the demo.
All right.
Yeah,
Just going to let these punks go then?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we're not murder hobos.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
you-
hobos.
Just
Yeah.
hobos, yeah.
Nope. We dress like hobos.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make your way up to the stairwell.
Waste good ammo.
Yeah. So you guys make your way over to the downstairs to get over to the Ripper docks. And before you guys actually kind of really turn the corner to start going down the stairs, you hear a shotgun blast reverberates from the other side of the door, and you just see this basically the pellets just scrape on the far side of the concrete on the other side. And you hear this guy saying, "Back away, you fucks! You think you could just stroll in here and take what you want?" You can hear him just reloading.
Okay, I retreat immediately after he says that. Back here. That's what
Okay.
I'll start doing. I'm a shy guy. I'm not going to be speaking, so you aren't going to hear much out of me. And I'm still toying with what I've
right.
seen. You know what I mean?
I'll call. Yeah. I'll call out to him, you know. Hey, we're on your side here. Dapper sent us to
Dapper
talk
sent
to
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold your fire, you friggin' idiot.
All right. So you see, you kind of like look around the corner, and you see that there's like this elderly black man just below. Kind of has like a goatee, short cropped hair. You see that the side of his face is kind of puffed out really, really bad. And you see he's kind of holding the same kind of tactical shotgun that you have there, Gadget. And he kind of looks up, and he's like, "Well, come down slowly. How many of you are there?"
There's 3.
There's just
Make
3
sure
of
my
us.
gun's away, and I
Alright.
just sort of
Yeah.
slowly
I'm
walk.
holding my pistol. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I meander.
I'm actually holding my pistols by the bear.
Okay.
I'm meandering and looking at that disposable gun I've got up to the door. I just follow in behind them casually.
Okay.
And immediately when I get
Nice
in there,
place.
I'll start
Nice
looking.
place you got here. Yeah.
I'll start looking around at all the gadgetry he's got.
Okay. This place has been cleaned out. Looks like an empty, almost like you see when you come downstairs that this place is basically a mess. You see that there's a couple of these medical terminals kind of just smashed and thrown down to the ground. You see that there's like a number of like, it looks like almost like military crates that have been ripped open and kind of gone through hastily. And you can see that there is, and you can kind of see that there's like a number of like, it looks like that there's like hooks and like heavy winches that you would use to kind of pick up like really heavy objects. It's kind of got it strung up there on the ceiling. You see there's like bullet holes in terminals. You can see that there's a screen that's been actually ripped out of the terminal and kind of thrown across the room. And you see this guy kind of backs away. He kind of has the shotgun kind of lazily holding it in one hand. You see he kind of takes a seat. And then you see he kind of goes through basically like this medical jacket that he seems to be wearing. That's all like, it's not busted up, but you can see like, you know, there's a couple like, there's like a torn sleeve or something like that here. You see he kind of goes through the pocket, takes a cigarette out, and then you see that he lights it. He's like, so Dapper sent you?
Yeah. Says you need help retrieving some property of yours.
Yeah, and they need to scare those fucking shits out there again to make sure that they don't come in here and take what they want. Sounds like that it's already leaked out that someone came in here and heisted me. Now everybody thinks they can walk in here and take whatever they want.
Yeah, I think we scared them off good. Left a couple of them alive so they can tell the tale, keep others away, you know.
You see if that he kind of smirks. Yeah, see he smirks a little bit at that. And he's like, thanks. And so you see he takes another puff, and he's like, so what do you want from me?
Want to know, well, we're going to go hunt down this, who's this guy again that's got the mods that belong to you? I forget the guy's name.
Some asshole by the name of Kill Switch. He actually, I originally hired him to actually guard this place. Turns out he was working this place over for about 2 years. I guess he just finally decided he had the money for the mods. I said, listen, I'll give you a discount since you're doing me a huge favor here. And I put in everything that he wanted, and when he got back up, his gang members came in. And they just fucking trashed the place, took what they could, beat the shit out of me, took all my inventory. I got nothing left in here. Right. And ever since then, with the rep of me being like an unsecured ripper doc, I have assholes every other night trying to break in here, trying to get shit. I'm just here guarding my friggin'... pretty much, it's the medical bed is the only thing that's worth it. It still has a couple things I can do here to make up for the loss. But, I mean, more than anything, like, I need to get my stock back, and I need to get the rep that this place is secure, that we don't fuck around here, or they're going to keep on trying to get in here. Sounds like you guys did a job that might help a little bit, so I appreciate that.
How you gonna pay us? I say under my breath. I don't know if he'll catch it.
Okay.
But I want the other guys to catch it. I'm piddling around, picking up stuff, looking at it, and kind of tossing it down the scrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, well, it's not me personally that's going to be paying you, really. I'm just the guy that got hit. I'm part of an organization of other Ripper doctors around basically the old combat zone here. And as a union, essentially, we're kind of paying into that. Dapper, we'll pay him as soon as the job's finished, as soon as I get my gear back.
That doesn't matter to us because Dapper's on the hook for this.
Yeah.
Dapper's the one who hired us.
But just a point of interest, how much is that medical bed worth on the market?
Okay, you see with that, he kind of gives you like he's like, you see, he kind of gives you like, he's kind of giving you kind of like a slanty eye look. You see, he kind of tightens the grip on the shotgun.
Oh, I'm just pulling your leg there, partner. Don't worry about it. No. So have you got a full inventory of what was taken from you?
Yeah, I even got the mods that I put in on him. Here, I'll just kind of forward it to your agent here. You see he takes his, and then he kind of just, takes it up. He kind of just swipes up towards you, and then you can kind of see there's a list of everything that he has. And you see there's actually quite a few things. A lot of it's small stuff, like guys that would buy, basically essentially like knives that you can put into your fingers, ripper, what they call rippers, which are almost like Wolverine claws, a couple of cybernetic limbs, and then you kind of look at the inventory of all the hardware that he installed on this guy. And
Right.
it's
Some stuff that's installed on the guy, and then there's just some other stuff, right?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was just
Anything we
repoing
really need to watch out for?
I thought it was just repoing a guy in your mods, not
Yeah,
their whole
well.
damn shop. And I
Yeah.
kind of toss something in the corner and walk around. Tell them getting irritated. I walk back up the stairwell and kind of busy myself and smoke a cigarette and look out of the area, making sure.
Did you want to take a look at the list, Del?
No. I got irritated at that. He said they cleaned out his whole shop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to repo all that crap. This is the way I'm playing my character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Repo the one guy and the mods he got in. That's all. If
That's what you were told. He said, yeah, just take it away from the whatever's installed on him, right?
I just want to make sure that there's not a mod on him that's going to mess us up. You know what I mean? Like, is there anything really wild that's on him, you know?
Do you have any cyber tech?
Do I have Cybertech? Do I have Cybertech? Do I have a mouse cursor? Holy mackerel, where is it? Okay, Cybertech. What the heck is that under? Education, science. Doesn't look like it. Nope.
Yeah, so looking at the mod, looking at all these mods, there seems to be something that you would find kind of like in any Ripper docs. It doesn't really, like a lot of these brand names, doesn't really make much sense to you. You were never really into most of this stuff. You may have to actually talk to your tech, maybe.
I have Cybertech. I have a Cybertech of 4. So
Yeah, I have the Cybertech of 6.
So yeah, even you could take a look at it. You might get a clue out of this just to see what he might actually have on him.
All right. So I pull out my agent, look at it, the list of stuff that he's supposed to have on him.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have you make a cyber tech roll.
Bam.
Okay, so here, I'll give you the entire list, and you're also got to figure out something else.
Where's the list?
Well, here, I'm just going to actually have to tell you. I'm just going to have to tell you. I'm not going to write it up.
Okay, I've looked up the stair and out of there, and y'all see me coming back down the stairs smoking a cigarette, and I'm walking over as you're looking at the list, and I'll come up right behind you. And
okay, so you know that he has a neural link.
I got 22.
That's going to be complicated. And that requires you to take out basically his spine.
We're not taking anything out. We're going to bring them back to you.
Yeah. He has grafted muscle, but he doubled up on it. Like he installed 2 mods in order to give him basically this electronic grafted muscle.
One big beefy arm or something?
No, it's over the whole body. Like it's pecs, abdomen, legs, like the whole installation. It's almost like a full body mod. Essentially what it does is it increases his muscles and reinforces his bones with carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's got 2 of them.
He's got 2 of these installed packages. He also has a subdermal grip, which allows him to basically hotlink into any firearm that's been smart chipped. So his accuracy is actually it'll be a little bit higher than normal because he's getting a computer to assist him in his aiming.
Guys, so this guy's just going to straight up murder us.
He also has a cyber arm that was installed as well. So it's basically black matted that has the subdural grip in it. Also, you know for a fact this guy had this all installed in one day. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
A doctor would never do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is something you caught. You're like, this guy's a fucking psycho. Like, he might be cyber psycho.
So I'm going to look at this Ripper doc, and I'm going to ask straight, did you install all of this on him?
Yeah, what of it?
In one day.
Jesus. All in one shot.
I shake my head.
It's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do it all in one day.
All right, buddy.
You're doing it slowly over the last couple months. It just seems to be with the last one that I installed. It seemed to be, that seemed to be his limit. That was it.
Jesus. He's probably got this, what is it, cyber psycho bullshit. Are you sure he wasn't just stark raving mad when he left?
No, he seemed fine before. When I put him under, I put it in. When he got out, he just, like, his gang even came in.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't, like, I mean, he had to organize this. He was planning on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, fuck, he could have been Cyber Psycho before. And, I mean, you hear stories all the time about some of these Cyber Psychos. Like, they're still intelligent sometimes. Maybe it was just...
Dapper said we were supposed to be returning this person alive.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's going to happen.
What are you talking about?
Any thoughts on that?
I was going to say you just need to rip the mods out. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see a problem with
wait, man. Oh, well, why's Dapper got a problem? He's kind of wanting us to bring him back alive, preferably. I don't really care. I mean...
You see, with that, you see he kind of quickly pipes up and says, oh, yeah, he's supposed to be brought in alive. Yeah.
Right.
You guys all...
You got anything to help us, like, with this guy? Right?
All I got is this shotgun, man. Yeah. All I got is this shotgun.
Take the shotgun. You're off.
They cleaned you right now. Oh, well, I think we're going to have to find ourselves another Ripper who provide us with some drugs to knock this guy out, because I think if we try and take him on straight up, he's gonna murder us. That's not even including his gang.
Now, the real question is,
we might need more help.
Where would we even go to find him? I asked that to the Ripper Doc.
Okay, so Dr. Hook kind of just gives you kind of like a cold stare. You see he's kind of looking at all of his cigarettes. He's like, I have no idea where he is.
You are just...
I do know.
Aren't you?
Yeah. He says, usually you don't ask, right? I mean, especially in the combat zone. You never know what kind of individual, if someone comes in here, usually the less I know, the better. The only thing I really know is that the gang that came in here were the Jade Forgotten. I'm not sure if you've heard of them or not, but here's the gang that he was essentially rolling with. I know that they like to hang out at a place called the Blood Bucket.
That's a quaint name.
Yeah. You guys are kind of aware of it. It's kind of like basically like somewhere kind of deep in the combat zone in the underground where there used to be like an old metro station. There's like a gladiatorial arena where guys bet. Usually on cybered up or genetically modified guys is usually what they do here. So, but it's usually crazy, crime-ridden, like it's bad.
If that's common knowledge, what about the 20-hour role in education? Do I know anything specific to that group?
With that group, that wouldn't be an education role. That would be a streetwise role.
Streetwise, gotcha. Who's got streetwise here?
I got streetwise. I do. If I can find it again. Oh, there it is. Here, I'll take a stab at it. 17. Yeah. What do I know anything about them?
It's another booster gang, so it's a lot of these young kids that usually try to mod themselves to have a similar trait of some type. And you've heard of these guys before. They're not very big. They're not very powerful. It's more like, like they push.
These are the guys that just were attacking him?
No. These are
the guys that are with Kill Switch.
Yeah, these are the guys that are with Kill Switch.
Okay.
The Crimson Moon, and we got the Jade Forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you see? They've
name randomizer.
Yeah. They've modded him up for the little gladiatorial ring.
Okay. So, yeah, we go asking around too much, we're going to draw attention too, right? But
that's just it. Yes.
I think we need to play some bits.
Go mosey around the Blood Bucket and just maybe kind of keep our eyes open, see what we can see there.
Yeah, let's go play some bets on the fight.
Yeah.
Let's go rig some fights.
But not asking over questions. What'd you say? I'm sorry, you didn't catch that.
Me?
Oh, I don't got a lot of money for placing bets. So. All right, so
I got 10 euros and I'm fishing them out of my pocket.
So are we going to beeline it to this Blood Bucket, or are we going to go looking for another Ripper Doc? looking for sedatives.
I think we should get sedatives for sure before we go anywhere near this guy.
I'm wondering if you're even getting rid of this guy though. Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna get anyone near him.
I don't know.
It's sedatives.
He's got to have a reason for wanting all these mods, you know. So he's got to be using them somewhere. For some reason.
The gladiatorial ring.
He must be fighting them in this place. That's probably his reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
I don't know what good sedatives are going to do.
We have to figure a way.
He's not human anymore.
I don't. Well, that's what I want to. I mean, is it even possible to sedate him?
Yeah, he's pretty much still human.
yeah,
I didn't give him any way to filter any kind of toxins or anything like that, so a sedative will still work. He doesn't have any kind of body armor, so bullets will go through him pretty much clean through. You just got to put a lot of them in there, or make sure he doesn't get close to you.
We're going to need sedatives, and we're going to need a vehicle because we're not going to drag him across town on foot.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right? So I think we're going to have to go talk to Dapper, and he's going to have to at least set us up with some sort of vehicle.
Dapper ain't going to do that. You know he ain't going to do that.
Yeah,
No, shit. What he wants us to
Just
bring
take
this guy
his
back
bed over
on.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, then what you do is you just call up Dapper. Like, presumably you got his number, so you can just give him a call.
Yeah.
Let's just
You
roll
least-
the
Or-
bed. Let's roll the hospital bed down there.
Or we just hire a taxi cab.
Yeah.
If you pay him enough.
If you pay him enough, hey, you just wait here, okay? We'll be back in a minute.
Or you guys
Also,
can. There's also the option to lift a car.
Yeah, well, we can do that too,
Yeah.
right?
We get at kill switches. And put him in the back of the van and bring him back.
Okay. I like that idea even better. That's more fun. We'll get a vehicle. All right.
Yeah, I say we let somebody. I said we let him get him in a fight, and let somebody take him out. As long as we can drug him up or whatever, and while we save our bullets, then we haul his butt out.
Yeah, because you guys are paying for that, right? So
Yeah, then we haul him out, throw him in a cab, hail a cab, and bring it back here.
yeah.
Or either, and then I gesture toward the bed, or either strap him on the bed and roll him back. But yeah, if he's down there, let's see if he's up for a fight.
Well, let's check that out first.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, let's get some drugs so we can sedate him, and then go there.
Like we can't get drugs on any corner.
Well, we don't have any money either. I don't have much.
Yeah, we
I'd
do.
have to sell stuff. Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I got 500, and y'all got some in your.
Yeah. Everyone begins with 500.
yeah, but don't we have
Okay.
that kind of thing? We must live somewhere.
Yeah. So your rent at the end of the month is like 1,200.
Yeah,
That's
so
just
it's
your. Yeah, and that's just your rent. That's not your food. That's not your drinks. That's not anything extra on top of that. So.
Yeah, I'm not keen on just blowing my 500 on.
I ain't saying doing the bed. I'm just saying. We can steal it.
Well, I mean, we're going to get paid for it, so I'm sure, you know.
So what we should do then
I
is
don't
we'll
want
find another Ripper Doc, and then we beat the crap out of him and take all his shit. We
But
come and give
this
it to
Ripper
this
Doc, he's bound,
Okay, I like that idea too.
he's bound to have sedatives here if he's still
I like
working on
that.
people. And I turn around and look at the doc.
Well,
Okay.
You got sedatives, Doc?
I got a couple.
Yeah. If you want your boys back, give us the sedatives. We'll work our way in there and drug him up. Be able to restrain him and take him back here. That way you can pull out all your mods.
Okay, so you
We
see
can't-
he
we
kind of
can't do that
like
without destroying
rolls
the
his
mods.
eyes, gets up. You see he kind of makes his way over to kind of like basically almost like it looks like a mini like gun locker. And you see when he comes up within 2 or 3 steps of it, you can see that there's like this little pad that's on it that kind of just has a couple numbers kind of switch over automatically. And then the door props open automatically. He goes over to it, swings it open, and you see he goes through a case. And you see he takes out, it looks like a gun, but it's actually a hypo.
Yeah.
So essentially what you're doing is you kind of just push it and then you hit it. And you see he comes out with 3 vials. He said, okay, this is a sedative. Now this usually takes a normal person out within maybe within 2 minutes.
But he's not normal, is he?
He's not normal. He's increased his mass a little bit. So you may need to do 2, possibly 3. You have to be extremely close.
We got to carry him back.
How many,
leave him coming out of that.
How many doses does that thing carry?
It'll hold 1. This is an option. It's not a good one.
So we have to reload it every time.
Yeah.
That's okay. Polly, hold them down, and Gadget, you'll administer the doses. No problem.
Yeah, I'll just do that, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to muss up your suit, Decker. All right. Give it to us.
Yeah.
We'll take these hypo shots.
Okay, so yeah, just write down that you actually have a medical hypo with 3 shots of sedative.
Who wants to be in charge of holding that?
I'll do it.
I can okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, Gadget's in charge of.
Yeah. Actually, Gadget might be able to work on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You read my little mind.
Okay, so just to let you guys know right now, it's actually 20 after 5 right now. Mm-hmm. And I had this planned out for 2 hours. This doesn't look like it's going to be a game for 2 hours.
No,
they never are. That's fine.
No. Did you guys want to push? Did you want to wrap it up and maybe we'll just pick another time?
I like the other guys would like to play too. Right?
Yeah.
So
I'm fine.
And trust me, it's great because you can get Jason, who's your med tech, and Dave, who's going to be your solo.
Yeah.
You're going to need those guys. That's why I was like, I don't know, this is going to skew my game a little bit if it's just you 3. Like I've made options so that you 3 can do it.
No, well, I was going to suggest in character that we get some backup. We don't have. I don't think we have enough to do this.
Yeah. So this is actually a pretty good
stopping point
because we can basically be calling up these other guys to come and. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if we could, I don't know, if we could get there and see what's going on, that'd be interesting, and maybe bump into them at the place. You know what I mean? In the throng of people that's there.
Well, the interesting thing about Polly's background that I rolled up randomly, your clientele is primarily solos. You work with combat guys on the street.
Okay.
So you might actually know Dave and Jason's characters. So
okay, all right. Okay. So I got a couple of that. I got a couple of guys in mind that could help us out with this. All right.
Yeah. And, tell them that the job pays 500 euros. Yeah.
Yeah. When he mentioned somebody's got to hold him down, that's when we said, yeah, we're gonna need 2 guys to hold him down.
So, the job is literally just to hold 1 person down.
Yeah.
Call in. Ask for them to meet us at the blood bucket.
The blood bucket. Yeah.
Bloodbath and beyond.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Okay,
cool.
That'll work.
All right.
All right. So so this is where we'll hit the pause button, and then we'll come back.
Cool. Yep.
It sounds good, man. Appreciate it, Jason.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
you J guys are driving me nuts.
Yeah, pick another Sunday, sure. We can do this.
Okay. I'll keep everyone on notice, and I'll find out. I'll speak with Dave and Jason to see if they might be able to come in sometime. Do you guys have any questions at all before we finish up here? Or?
No, that was great.
No.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I'm afraid of what we're about to face. Should be interesting now.
All right, cool.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a good evening, and thanks for playing.
All right.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us. All right. Take care, all.
Take care. Bye.